Hi everyone and welcome to the channel, Jalasan Tarot, or welcome back. My name is Kimberly and super excited to have you guys here. We are going to jump into today's topic because we're asking about, this person you are currently thinking about. How are they feeling about you right now? What are the details surrounding their emotions when it comes to you and this connection? So if that sounds like your reading, then you're at the right. We are going to use a different original, or I should say classic deck for the readings today. So that being said, for group one, we have this feather, this green feather, lime green, maybe. And we will be using a white bordered classic deck for your reading today. This is what the back looks like. Hi, Moon. So, again, the white bordered classic deck with the green feather for group one. For group two, we have the double pointed tower, the obsidian. For a second, I thought it was the smoky quartz, but it's the obsidian double pointed tower for group two. And for your reading, we are going to be using the holographic classic deck. This is the back of the tarot. So the holographic classic deck with the obsidian double pointed tower for group two. Group three, we have this round or oval, I don't even know, selenite crystal. And we will be using a black and gold foil classic tarot deck for your reading today. Okay, so the gold foil, black and gold with the selenite for you guys, group three. Feel free to pause if you need a moment. We are going to be tapping into the energy of this person and getting as much detail with the tarot. We're going to make it a little bit straight and to the point today for your readings today, which is why I love a good old classic deck, so we could get right to the point. We do have a few of the oracle as well, and then we're going to end with some advice. So if you need to pause and take a moment, please do so. But as soon as you know which reading is yours, I will meet you over there. Bye, guys. What's up, Pile 2? Welcome to our reading today. If you chose the green feather or this tarot deck, which is the white borderless original deck, then you are at the right place. Actually, let me secure this because I am prone to accidents. All right, guys. So how are they feeling about you right now, this person? We're checking in, gauging the temperature of emotions. And for some of you, your connection could look quite differently. So, don't force every specific message to fit, but you should be able to to know if this is your reading right out the gate. We're going to keep it moving today as well. So let's give it a couple of shuffles. Haven't used this deck in a while. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Spirit, for coming through, as always, for the collective energy of our group ones. May we get the best messages for group one's higher self today. Thank you. So So how are they currently feeling about you guys? What's going on? This person. So we're taking this upright. We have the Queen of Swords coming through. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hierophant in the reverse. Now, this is a major arcana, our first major arcana, card number 5, Taurus energy, the Hierophant. Ace of Pentacles showing up in the reverse. How is this person feeling, Spirit? 4 of Swords in the reverse. Don't get scared of reversals, guys. Let's see what comes through. We're going to get the rest of our cards. We have the 10 of Wands flipping up in reverse with the Queen of Swords. And now we're getting the 3 of Cups with the 9 of Pentacles. All right, this is upright. The 8 of Cups. The 5 of Pentacles. Oh my. How are they feeling? Currently, they're confused. I feel like this person is... Okay, I'm going to be honest, guys. I do believe that this person is, and you might not be on good terms right now. They might be looking at you like the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is a pretty straightforward type of energy. You know, very dynamic. Could be, you know, could look at the whole room and know exactly what's going on. They're very, Queen of Swords is very smart, intelligent, logical, able to use discernment, and could be very cutthroat as well. Always looking for clarity and trusting in themselves. So I'm wondering if you are coming through for them as the Queen of Swords with the surrounding energy. I'm getting that this person doesn't feel... Okay, these might be hard messages to hear depending on what type of connection this is, guys. So I'm just going to say the messages that are coming through. Please use your discernment if this is the right time for you to hear these messages from about this person. But I don't think they are wanting commitment. I do feel as though whatever it is that they could have or should have offered you went unchecked. I believe that this person is now moving on, or at least they feel they want to see what else is out there that's outside of commitment, that's outside of relationship. I'm wondering if this person wants to keep their options open, and, you know, 3 of Cups could feel like a third party, and we're getting it with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm getting double messages. One of the messages I'm getting is if this person is not the commitment type, so to speak, or if this has ended because of hot, cold energy, or if this person ghosting or walking away from this connection in some regard, they might be seeking, they might be dabbling in other energies, social engagements, but I don't feel like they are truly in their divine, whether they are single or not. I do believe that they are coming through as someone that is open as far as not being in a relationship. However, are they healthy, independently healthy? I'm not getting that. I'm also getting the feeling that this person is excessively in their mind about something, but I also feel like they're fighting it. They're resisting the lesson that they probably could learn from whatever it is that happened. The Queen of Cups is also coming in at the bottom of the deck, and a couple of indicators. We got the Page of Cups, both in reverse, the 8 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So we got a couple of queens in the reverse, and now we have the Wheel of Fortune. This could feel like a little bit of a karmic energy where this is a lesson that perhaps you're feeling you needed to learn. If you and this person are going through a disconnect, I feel like this person is not focused on this energy right now, guys. I'm going to be honest. They are looking elsewhere. And you might be also. They also could feel that you're looking elsewhere. This could be your energy that they're thinking about, where you are going outside your comfort zone, looking to see if there's anything better than what is happening right now. So for them, it could look like they, don't want a commitment. Something went wrong with this connection. So now they're looking outside. For you, it could be if this person didn't offer you a steady consistency or any type of relationship or didn't even make an offer. I believe that this could also be them reflecting on you, walking away, seeing what else is out there, and moving on. It's like this person is journeying forward without these cups that really probably didn't fulfill them or you in that case. I believe that this person is also trying not to focus on the negative. It's like they're running away from healing, guys. I'm just going to be honest. Like this person is a distractor. They like to distract themselves. And, with the Four of Swords, usually it's an indicator if someone is in deep reflection, you are on their mind perhaps excessively, but they're healing. They're dealing with it. It's like they're going through some sort of reflective energy, but with it coming in the reverse, with the Two of Wands in reverse, and we got a lot of reversals for this energy. And I know some of you are probably thinking, well, just flip the cards, but it doesn't work that way. Okay, this deck has been shuffled over and over and over again for years. So this was meant to come out the way it's supposed to come out, guys. Okay? So if you come for me in the comments about reversals, then I'm not your channeler. Move on, okay? Because this is kind of the honesty that it's almost as though they're not facing the honesty within themselves. They're turning a blind eye, blonde? I don't know where that came from, but they're turning a blind eye on things that they should probably reflect on, guys. I am also getting that this person is a runner. So I wanted to get clarifiers, which is why I put the Queen of Cups on the side here. You could be withholding and probably for good reason. But I wanted to get a clarifier for, well, just, that's what, oh my gosh, guys. So even before I got the clarifiers in my mind, I'm like, why isn't justice out here? There's something heavy that's taking place. Now, justice is coming through upright, but I feel like, I'm going to be honest, guys, it's the energy more so where this person is walking away from creating some sort of justice, or they're taking too long. Yeah, we got the Six of Wands in reverse. They could be self-sabotaging, but they could also be looking at worst case scenario, assuming things are not going to be great if they were to come back in. But I don't even think, like I said, guys, I feel as though they are not focused on coming back in. It's like this is the thought that comes across them and then they're gone. Let's get one more. Strength in reverse. I believe this person may not even know what they want, guys. They don't know what they want. The Devil is coming through, the Chariot in reverse, the Two of Pentacles. Now we got the Fool, Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like they're stuck. I don't think they're moving in your direction. They're not feeling strong enough. And they know that there has to be some sort of justice. But as I'm looking at the surrounding energy, it almost feels very hopeless for this person. And now it's like they are gaslighting themselves, maybe. So now they're not going to heal. Now they're going to focus on anything but this. They're going to go out and socialize, go to parties. They're going to live their best life, but they're not happy. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, that doesn't imply or indicate that this person is doing what's best for them. Whether you're in the equation or not, this person is not healing. Whatever it is that they should be kind of figuring out. As I'm looking at the clock or the timer, it's in the 11s. Looking at Justice. Now, again, Justice is card number 11, Libra energy. So let's move on to the Oracle. We got intimacy coming through. How are they currently feeling? Memories. Lusting. Soulmates. Wow. This is interesting. Because like part of them could really feel like there is some sort of bond between the both of you. You might sense it. You might already know. Some of you, this could be a spiritual connection, but every connection is spiritual in their own regard, guys. Even a karmic could teach you a thing or two. But with lusting, I mean, this could be what they are distracting themselves by, but that could also be how they feel for you. You are coming through as the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups came in reverse. So the indicator I'm getting more so is the memories that they have for you is more on an intimate level, more in a romantic, loving level, which is probably why they're shoving it down or they're trying not to go there. Lusting could also just be something that they are distracting themselves with, is what I'm getting more so of with the Three of Cups. The non-committal, the forbidden, it's feeling as though this person is the everything but person. They'll do everything except give you the commitment. Now, whether or not that's a spiritual connection, this person tends to escape. Again, we did pick up on the runner energy with the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and just the Ace and the Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles, and the reverse. Okay, all of the energy of the tarot pretty much is telling us that this person and you, it could have been hot, cold. It could have been a cycle that is now ended. And this might be finally creating some sort of perspective, but either way, this person is still avoiding, blocking. They're not in the state of moving forward. They could be a little bit trapped, guys. So let's look at the neon love. Like I said, we're going to go through this a little faster today. And I want to see, group one, what we could see. You know, there's positive, half this deck is like positive indicators. The other half could be a little bit of red flags. So I'm assuming we're going to get a little bit more red flags, but you know what they say about assuming. So let's see what Spirit has. How are they currently feeling right now? Love. Catfish. We got stop, a stop sign. We're going to get 6, and then we're going to get the 7th bottom of the deck. Perfect match. We got love and perfect match. I've never gotten love before. And this could have scared this person, guys. I'm not going to lie. Experiment. Player. And let's get one more. Chemistry. Bottom of the deck, children. Let's leave that in the middle. Now, this is a mixed bag a little bit. Moving in at the new bottom of the deck. Swipe right. A lot of positive indicators. Now, I'm wondering, too, if this person did lay it on thick. So, gosh, you know, they could have been the type of person that misrepresented themselves, offering you commitment, you know, especially if there was so much chemistry and it feels like a perfect match. It's very hard to come by, guys, when you feel like a connection with someone. But it could very well be lusting. And I'm gathering that this person leads or tends to lead more with their physical prowess than anything else. But with you, it's a little different. There's a little bit more emotion. So if we're asking today, how are they feeling? I do feel like there's some emotion. It didn't come through in the tarot, guys, but that could be the indicator of them shoving it down or not really wanting to be honest with themselves, regardless of how they view you, especially if there's chemistry, a physical attraction, there's intimacy that's off the hook. They could also be keeping tabs on you And, I'm just going to be honest with the experiment. I am getting that feeling of them keeping their options open. But don't force that detail to fit, because you know this person more than I. And it might not be player energy, even though we did get the player card and experiment. It might not be, gosh, I'm trying to find a word that's not inappropriate. We call it hood rat back in the day. But like someone that's physically getting intimate with everyone. Okay? It might not be to that level, but it's more so where they might be engaged in flirting and talking to other people. So keep that in mind. Now, with children, that could be, to go back to memories that we got. It could feel a little bit nostalgic. You and this person could have a little bit of history, and it's feeling more like a cycle, especially because we got the Wheel of Fortune somewhere. We got it before. So, and look at the devil popping out. Let's hide him. All right. So now I'm excited to get into our archetypes, because now I'm wondering, like, what archetype, what energy, what are they feeling about you? Could we trust this person? The flame. Now, this could be a confirmation for those of you that this might be a twin flame. But if this is one of those type of twin flame connections, this feels more so the beginning. This doesn't feel like things have progressed very far. The flame could also feel like fire energy. It also is giving like a light at the end of a darkness, like the hermit a little bit. Let's get a couple more, because now I'm curious. All right, this fell on the ground. The village. It takes a village. Oh my goodness. Okay, the shapeshifter. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. The first thing I got, the mountain at the bottom of the deck. We got the poet after that. Nope. Sorry. We got the sword after that. Then after that is the poet. But I'm going to be honest. When I saw the village, it takes a village. But I'm also getting that three's a crowd type of energy. They're really trying to surround themselves with socializing in some regard. They could just be with their friends, going to the bars. I don't know. However it looks for this person, but they could be relying on their friends and family, and even just dating and swiping right and going online and, talking to people in the DM or whatever it is, and again, the shapeshifter is giving the energy too, that they're easily able to kind of fit where they need to fit. Gosh, what am I trying to say? If someone, it's like they know how to camouflage, or they know how to evolve into someone that, gosh, are they fooling people? I don't know. It could go deep with this person, but might not be. And I'm probably confusing you, because it makes sense in my head, but it's hard to explain. But either way, I feel as though if they are keeping their options open, they are a sweet talker. They know how to get into someone's good graces. And this could have been what happened between you and this person, where they said everything, gave you everything, or acted like they were going to give you something, and then there was no offer. And it was left kind of shut out or shut down. I think for most of you, it's going to be a karmic connection. And those could be really tough. A lesson you have to learn. If you've been in a cycle with people like this, just in order to change that, you have to be aware of it. So these might be hard messages to hear right now, guys. And for those people that clicked off or got angry, I'm going to be honest, they're probably going to continue being in a cycle. We got no at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's get your final messages. And Your advice with this energy, Spirit, I feel like this person is creating a lot of challenges for you. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So you're on the right road, guys. Whatever it is that you're doing, Spirit is recognizing that. If this connection has really ended in a really rough way, especially if it's someone newer, even if you have a cycle, like I said, I feel like for those of you that do resonate with the flame or the twin flame journey, it could be years, guys. It could take a long time. So whatever it is that you're doing, you're on the right road. Wow, we got yes, and we got star mother. The funny thing enough is we notice no at the bottom of the deck. And bottom of the deck is now, where are you being called to journey to? I feel this is your advice, guys. Not yes for this person. So use your discernment, but it's the idea of dancing with life, going with the flow, allowing things to unfold, and being open to what's leading you. Where are you being called to? That's your intuition. That's the divine. That's, what's going to bring you peace. If this person comes in and you're not feeling that peace within, this is not your person. So say yes to yourself. I think that's feeling like parenting yourself, the star mother. How can you mother yourself? Have grace with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You are worthy. And whether this person made you feel a certain way about when it comes to worth, remember that you are worthy, and the best person is going to give you that offer, especially if that's what you're looking for. With that being said, I love you guys. This is where we're going to leave it today, and I hope this made sense. Let me know if it did, and hopefully I'll see you again. Bye. Hi, group 2, and welcome to your reading today. If you chose the obsidian double-pointed tower and or the holographic tarot deck, the classic, then you are at the right place, and this is what it looks like, the holographic. So let's get into it. We are asking about this person you are currently thinking about. We're tuning into the energy of how they are currently feeling for you right now. What do we need to see? What do we need to hear today, Spirit? Thank you so much, Spirit, for coming through. As always, for the collective, for group 2, may we get the best messages for group 2. So today, thank you so much. Okay, guys. So we're going to get right into it today. So let's see. You should be able to tell right away if this reading is for you guys. So how are they currently feeling? So we got the 5 of Wands in the reverse coming through as our first card. Ace of Wands in the reverse. How are they feeling? King of Swords. Upright. All right. We're also getting the Page of Pentacles upright. How are they feeling right now, Spirit? What do we need to see? The 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's get the rest of our cards. We got the 6 of Swords with the 5 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. 3 of Wands. Definitely a little bit of a distance. Someone had to walk away. The Hermit energy. Now, this is our first major arcana. Card number 9, Virgo. And the 10 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, what's going on, Spirit? This person feels... Okay, firstly, I want to talk about This person has passion for you. I'm just going to say it. They may be keeping tabs on you in some regard. They're coming through as the swords and the pentacles. So this passion, this energy that I'm feeling, you might not always, they might not vocalize this to you, or they may not have, but behind the scenes, they could really be uh pleasuring themselves in some regard. We got the Ace of Wands in reverse. And I don't always get that indicator, but something popped up as soon as I saw it. And with the King of Swords, it just felt like someone on the sidelines are in the shadows feeling that energy. And again, is it fulfilling them right now? I do believe it's making them feel a little bit depleted. They do want to move in your direction. They want to offer you something, but it's not going to be huge. If anything, I want to say that they want to close the gap when it comes to you and them. I mean, they are looking into the future. They realize that they did not set a foundation for you guys. They may have sabotaged this before it even began. I'm getting that energy too. It's like someone that ended things before you could end it. Like they may have been very disappointed in the past. It could feel a little bit like competition too, where if they see you or view you as someone that is a beautiful catch, the only indicator we're getting from how they view you or see you is into the future with the Ten of Pentacles, and then also a little bit of the Four of Wands, but that could also be an indicator of where they are at personally, independently from you, if they're in union with self, and that could be an indicator that they're feeling pretty good right now, but they still are in the hermit stage. They're having a hard time strategizing too. I feel like one of the things that's being blocked to them is what are they going to do to lay or to create this foundation between the both of you, because they don't even have the will right now to move. It's feeling a little bit like they're going through some sort of depletion of energy. So all they could really do is stay in the sidelines and think about offering you something that is not going to make them overwhelmed. But they're not going to move right away, guys. They're still in hermit energy. So how do they feel about you? I mean, it's clear that they have feelings for you. I don't think they would be looking at you as someone that they could see into the future. This is the Ten of Pentacles. This is like creating a dynasty. You see like a it's like all the different energies of young, old. It's future oriented too. This person could also be thinking about their work life. So that's another message that's coming through. We did get a lot of pentacles, and I'm wondering if this person feels like they don't have a foundation for themselves. They could be trying to seek more union and invest in themselves and in their future. But I do believe that something about this, there you are, Queen of Wands, the passion. They know that it's as good as it's going to get. Like, you would be ideal for them, is the feeling I'm getting. So what does that mean for this person? I want to say that they may have abandoned this sooner than it should have been abandoned. Six of Swords is moving on from really tough energy, something that does not feel good for you. So if this person ghosted or moved on or sabotaged, it could have been where they were getting in their head. They may have thought that there was competition, or why would pile two or group two want me? Especially if they're dealing with something financial. Either way, I feel like this person is lacking a little bit of that oomph in their life, that juice. Their tank is empty right now. But that doesn't keep them from considering what they want to do. So the movement that they're thinking about and how they are feeling is, it feels consistent, which could be leading to something like commitment, but I don't think they're going to jump into that because that'll scare this person. I feel like this person may have ran because that was uncomfortable to begin with. So if they're going to come back in, which seems to be the case, they want to come back in with logic. They don't want to be led with their passion or their emotion because it didn't work in the past. I feel as though this person wants to show some sort of consistent offer, and I don't think you're going to miss it. Like this, the page, look at how the page has this pentacle up in the air, ready to offer it to someone, but it's a page. So we're going to look, it's going to be a little slow. It might be a little moving backward. We only got one major arcana, so this could be a pretty new person in your energy. So if they're being resistant, now if this is not someone that walked away from you, this could also represent their past. Like they could have just left something really difficult behind that kind of blew up their whole world and dismantled their own foundation that they had in their life, you know? So, it really depends on this connection. But something is keeping them from strategizing and wanting to move forward. And I'm wondering if that is just their own confidence. But I'm curious what this is about. There's a couple of clarifiers I want to get. So, what is this? King of Pentacles in reverse. Guys, something about them comparing themselves to others has left them feeling not good enough. And that could have been very painful for them as well. If they did sabotage, walk away, ghosted, they probably didn't want to, but they felt like they had no choice, is what I'm getting for some of them. And I'm wondering if it's because either A, they are not feeling ready or good enough. Something is not solid in their world. Yet they are trying to come into some sort of union. We got the Hermit and we got the Four of Wands. And I mean by with self, guys. So they're working on these challenges that may have kept them stuck or in a self-sabotage mode. But I still feel like there's a little bit. But let's get one more. The Tower. Oh my gosh. So something must have ended really abruptly. And with the Tower is the ending of some sort of foundation that was not built on a sturdy land. And we're getting it with the Seven of Pentacles. This person could be reflecting on all that too with the Hermit. So how are they feeling? They're feeling where they are recognizing their own faults, their own missteps. And I'm also getting that they're recognizing their own qualities that they don't even admire within themselves, like things that they know they need to change. So they're going through it, this person. Do I want any more clarifiers? I kind of do. I want to see why the Three of Pentacles is here. Oh my gosh, guys, there you are again. Queen of Wands. Now, you may or may not be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You could just have that passion. You know, Queen of Wands is my favorite queen. And I'm saying she just because it's the queen, but you could be a male, you could be female, it doesn't matter. It's energy. But the Queen of Wands is a sight to be held. They are confident. They know their self-worth. They know what they could attract. They're very dynamic souls, the Queen of Wands. But either way, this is what this person sees you. That's kind of what we're getting here. And I got this as a clarifier for the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be very intimidating to them. They could be having a very difficult time knowing how to get from point A to point B to point C, which is the future, you know? So they're a little bit lost. But I feel like the Hermit energy is good energy, guys. I feel like they're figuring it out. For some reason I keep going. Let's get one for the Hermit. Oh my goodness. Five of Pentacles in reverse. They're reflecting on what type of non-action they may have come to you with. We got the Ace of Cups in reverse. I'm wondering if this person like their cup wasn't full or filled in order to energetically. Wow, guys, this is like a whole story here. Wow. So I don't think this person felt ready. So if this is a new person, you got them at a really interesting phase. They may have been transitioning out of something that was really difficult for them, that led them to a hermit energy. However, you're the Queen of Wands. Now, if this is the same person, meaning if you are the person that they had to walk away from, created a lot of this dynamic, you're on their mind, guys, and they're reflecting on what they didn't match when it came to you, what they didn't offer, what they didn't come to you with. It wasn't 50-50. It was 100-0. And this person may have sealed the fate by doing something that created a tower between the both of you. Either way, this person does have emotions for you. They're not the vulnerable type though, guys. I'm going to be honest. So this person might not communicate these type of feelings toward you. And they may not be the type of person that even admits it to themselves. If this person doesn't love themselves, it's very difficult for them to love someone else. I feel like this person really needs to get into union. And they're getting there. Like I said, we did get the Four of Wands upright, but I feel like this person has a more to heal, more to journey through, and it could be independently. And if it's not, if you and this person are talking, you're going to notice that this person isn't locking in or they're not showing up 100%. And if you're getting that hot, cold energy from them, it's because they gotta heal something. They're not ready for this. Although they do view you as someone that's a good mate for them. Okay? Let's get into your oracle. I want to see what else we could get. And we're starting with the heart's hidden secrets. How are they currently feeling? Soulmates. They could feel like a spiritual connection in some way, that you are some sort of soulmate for them. We got stress, we got past life, more soul energy, chemistry, and releasing. Bottom of the deck, shocking. Goes back to the tower moment. Something uprooted this connection. It may have felt like out of nowhere, karma coming in at the new bottom of the deck. I feel like this person is dealing with this karma right now. And if this is not you, there could be something or someone that they're trying to heal from in their past. But for you, I feel as though they could also be looking at you as someone that they could really see a future with. And they might really feel this deep bond with you, even if it is a newer connection. And the reason I'm saying newer is we only got the one major arcana. And I don't feel like this energy really has taken off yet. So I'm curious where this connection is, if it's in the talking stages or if you're just kind of in a cycle with this person. And now you're in a no contact for some of you. Is this person thinking about moving in your direction? Yes. Is it going to be right away? That's not, we're getting later rather than sooner, if that makes sense. Because of the Pentacles energy and the Hermit, it just feels like this person still has some more to journey through in order to fill their own cup, in order to build their own strength, in order to feel aligned with forward movement. They got to work on themselves and healing something, guys. So That being said, let's get into the neon love. I want to see if we're going to get more red flags or green flags. It's like 50-50 on this deck, so I feel like this is a good time to use it. Unstable. We're going to get 6 cards and then the bottom of the deck just to see what we got. Using you. Okay. Don't force anything specific. We're going to get all of them before we start talking. It kind of tells us, looking at it from a bigger landscape. You're hot. Of course you are. You're the Queen of Wands. You could have competition. I mean, we got the 5 of Wands. You know, this person could think that you could have anyone. So why would you want them? And that probably might not be the case for you. But again, to go back to the energy of when someone is not feeling good about themselves, they're not going to see the cup right in front of them, guys. And again, they could be putting you on a pedestal. We got dreamy. Super like. And let's get one more. Balance. A lot of positive energy, but now we have the friend zone and arguments at the bottom of the deck. So we're going to leave friend zone in the middle here. But we got 4 pretty positive cards. You're hot, super like, balanced, dreamy. A lot of it is a little bit in the 3D physical. But I think to go back to unstable, using you, friend zone, it's giving a little bit of the energy where that could have been what they were coming off to you as. Someone that wasn't going to, like someone that you could see a relationship with, that there's some sort of connection, there is some sort of chemistry, yet this person their actions isn't matching up with the energy that you're feeling is what I'm getting for this. And if that's the case, it's because this person isn't stable in their own 3D, whether that has to do with their business or even just their inner peace. You know, it really depends on what this person is experiencing. Oh, some of it could also have to do with you. If you and this person have dealt with this could have been your energy. They could see you as having had to walk away or end things. So it really, regardless of however it looks with you specifically, remember this is a general reading, it's still the same energy where they are just not ready. But they're getting, like I said, I really love the Hermit. Anything could have came out. It could have been the 4 of Cups. It could have been, 4 of Swords in reverse, any of that. But we got the Hermit. And even though there is not much movement right now, or for some of you, communication for the right collective. Hi, Moon. Moon visited pile 1 too with her cute little butt. All right, Moon's my girl cat. Either way, the Hermit and the Queen of Wands, we got a cat. So cats might mean something for you guys. There's that little cute little black cat. Either way, I feel that this is a good indicator of this person finally moving in a better direction. Gosh, how are these cards all getting all over the place? So let's see. Let's move on to the archetypes, and then we're going to get your advice. But I want to see what we could come up with the archetypes deck. Okay, I had to pause real quick and open the door for Moon. All right, let's move on. Archetypes, how are they feeling? What else could we see, Spirit? And I love this deck, Kim Crane's Archetypes, because it really could show us what their current energy is, what they are embodying right now. The apocalypses. Oh my goodness. It's the apocalypse. Something has ended. It's like the Tower. We did get the Tower. Yeah. It's like the apocalypse for them right now. Wow. Let's get 2 more and then we'll get the bottom of the deck. The Nectar. Oh. Agape. Guys, this is my favorite card. Agape. It's my favorite love. One could only dream of to have agape love with someone. So, is this some sort of beautiful connection that could be that type of agape love? But I'm also getting the feeling, the vow. Gosh. Castle after that. I'm getting to the feeling though. So let's talk about the feeling first. The feeling I'm getting with this energy is that this is self love. This is self care. The nectar. They got to go within, guys. They got to find what's going to bring them back to life. They're not feeling good right now, not only in with when it comes to this connection, but also in their life. That's kind of a big deal. You know, this person could be going through some sort of depression. And again, it's to go back to the apocalypse. It could feel like something is like the world is changing for them. The tower, you know, whatever it is that ended, whatever it is that fell to the ground in their life, this could represent more than one thing as well. They feel like something new has to begin and they don't even know where to begin. They don't even know how to strategize. So, yes, you are on their mind. I feel like this is something that leads them into passion behind the scenes in the shadows. But I don't think they're focused on romance, though. I think, if anything, they're focused more so on whatever it is that they got to figure out, whatever it is that's going to bring them back to life. This could also be something that they feel is a promise for themselves. You know, they made a vow to themselves. They got to figure this out, but it could also represent the vow of the future. It could feel like commitment in a way too. If we're talking about how they feel about you, it could feel as though this person may have already made a promise to you or a vow to you in some regard, or said they were going to do something and they never did it. They might be thinking about this as well. But either way, this person is going within. And I think that's a good thing for them, guys. I'm going to be honest. Even if, whether this is your person or not, you know, for this person's energy, it's good for anyone to go within, to be honest. So, funny thing too is as I'm shuffling, I'm noticing the bottom of the deck. I put this deck over that way, the castle, and we got the tower. It's like this is what they are working on building back up. You know, they when something gets torn down, you still got to build it back up. And this person is dealing with that, and that could be very difficult. And again, like I mentioned, it could be on multiple things. You could be included in that. So, whatever this type of connection is, this person is in the thick of their own self alignment in some regard. With Four of Wands coming up upright and the Hermit, though, I feel even though it's going to take longer for you and this person to start the journey again, whether you wait around for this person or not, and this person's coming through as a Page of Pentacles, so it's not only going to take long for them, but it's going to be at a slower pace, but it's going to feel sure, and you're going to know this person is locking in by their consistency. Either way though, it's because this person just, but sooner with their healing. Like I feel like they're going to come to a really good place with their soul alignment, whether they know it or not, you know, what spiritual path or whatever. It could just be a self-development path that they're going through. They could just be figuring things out, guys, in the 3D. So, sorry for that little rant there, but let's get into your advice. This is the Work Your Light, my first ever oracle. So we got the Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. Something could really be a lesson in all of this, a lesson in disguise. You're also coming through as a High Priestess, even though we didn't get High Priestess, but again, that was this person's emotions for you that were, our feelings for you that we're picking up on with the tarot. So I believe, you know, for some of you that do identify with this being a soul connection, you could really be going through a beautiful journey. And beauty and devotions reminded me again of Queen of Wands. So you could really just be truly aligned in some regard. And this person see, maybe that's why they put you on a pedestal. And they also see you as someone that could be uplifting in their future, as opposed, oh my God, guys, sorry, as opposed to something that, at least they have good thoughts of the future when it comes to themselves and with you. But I'm reacting to the Lumeria card, guys. Besides the yes card, this is my favorite card. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Whatever journey you are doing, whatever you are on, dude, you are creating heaven around you. And isn't it a divine, beautiful thing when you are feeling at peace? So if this person isn't ready to match that frequency, don't focus on it. You want someone that's going to match you guys. Break the chain. Goodness, if there's a cycle that needed to be broken with this person or in your own journey, I feel like Spirit is saying this is what's happening. Don't move backward, move forward. Release this if you need to. We did get release that I didn't really mention. So I'm wondering if that's what they think you're doing. And if you are, that's not a bad idea, guys. If this person isn't ready for you, if this person isn't healed, then they're not your person. At least not right now. And they might not be in the future. We don't know, right? That's the cool thing about life. The only thing you could do is let go of outcome, release attachment, and by that, stop hyper focusing and keep yourself open, especially if you're in a no contact. You never know who else is out there. Bottom of the deck, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. If you've been hermiting or you've been kind of in your own Four of Cups kind of energy, focused on this person or not, again, a lot of you already are on this beautiful journey. So it could have been just a little bit of a setback, but remember that don't dim to fit in. It's okay to get out of a stage. You don't have to match this person. If they're in the hermit energy, that's because they need to be there. But you don't need to be afraid to, even if it's simply posting online or if it's simply going on your socials. And if for those of you that don't really go on socials that much, it could also just be, going out with friends and could be journaling. The cave is so symbolic for me. I always use the phrase the cave, and we're getting two. A person in the cave, a person outside of the cave looking, and then we got Lumeria. So wherever you are, and some of you might be in different stages, I feel like you are on the right path. Okay? You are surrounding yourself with beautiful energy. You could be teaching others through this journey that you're going through. There could be a different purpose for you in all of this. That being said, I hope this made sense. I love you guys so much. Let me know if it did, and hopefully I'll see you again. Bye. Hi, guys, and welcome to your reading today. If you chose the selenite crystal and or the foil gold, gosh, I'm like a loss for words right now. The black and gold foiled deck, then, and it is an original deck. It's very slippery too. Maybe that's what's on my mind. I'm nervous about how slippery it is. So bear with me today as we shuffle. But I love this deck regardless. So let's get into your reading today, group 3. So how are they currently feeling about you right now? This person that you are thinking about, that's on your mind. How are they currently feeling about you and this connection, regardless of whatever connection you might have? Again, this is a general reading, so don't force every specific detail to fit. That being said, thank you so much, Spirit, for coming through to the collective energy of our group 3. May we have the best messages for group 3's higher self today. Thank you so much. So what do we need to see today, Spirit? How is this person currently feeling right now when it comes to group 3? Okay. Gosh, I'm getting an itchy palm all of a sudden. Right palm. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. We're going to get all the cards before we start talking about it, guys. Two of Cups in reverse. For a lot of you, could be at a disconnect or no contact or a breakup of some kind. This person definitely has tabs on you. I can't help but just say that, just in case. This isn't your reading, but I think for those of you, if you know, you know. So we have the Eight of Swords. We got the Queen of Wands. How are they currently feeling? Oh, I knew it. The Nine of Swords falling upright to the ground. The Six of Swords. Dude. Reminded me a little bit of group 2, but we still got to get the rest of our cards. Oh, we got Justice. Upright. Let's do it one more time. Goodness, so slippery. All right, we're going to take it upright. Justice fell on the ground. Card number 11. And this is, palm is still itchy. This is Libra energy. Coming up with the Two of Cups in reverse. And next to the Six of Swords. What happened? What did this person... Five of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Swords. Yikes. This person is thinking heavily about this. They're coming through as the King of Cups, though. Both upright. This person might really look at you as a very good match for them. They do have emotions for you guys. We got the King of Cups. All right, and what is this? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's crazy. And the Tower at the bottom. You might have messages in group 2, but this could also be a completely different type of energy. So let's figure it out. There's been a Tower moment for sure between the both of you guys. That's very clear. Even just from Knight of Swords coming up as our first card in the reverse already. That's always my indicator of someone keeping tabs on you from a distance. Most of the time. But with the Two of Cups in reverse as well, and just Justice coming through, Six of Swords, Eight of Swords, and Nine of Swords, all of this is leading to the indicator, strong indicator that you and this person had a very abrupt ending to this connection. This person may have really done something. Now, where it made you have to walk away, or this could represent both of you, where both of you had to leave this connection behind. It may have been very painful, but it could also represent Six of Swords is leaving something behind that's just not good for you. So they might be seeing you or feeling that this is where your energy is. It could also represent what they did to this connection if they sabotaged in some way. So we might have to get clarifiers because I am curious of what Justice, because right now we do have the Justice surrounding this. And something about this energy, this person is in deep regret, deep reflection. They're feeling some remorse. And again, I'm getting such an itchy palm. They want to offer you something, but I'm not sure if they are ready to do that right now, especially with the Ace of Pentacles coming up in reverse with the Nine of Swords. This person is not only stuck in their mind, trapped in their mind, but they are also excessively thinking about this. And it's not doing them any good. They could be having restless nights. They may not be sleeping. I feel like they're even taking like some sort of sleep aid just so they could get through the night, but it's backfiring. So they might be coming through lacking that energy. I do believe, though, that this person, you know, the one thing that's standing out amongst the squalor of whatever happened between you and this person is that this person does have strong emotions for you. I'm wondering if this person, they're coming through as a King of Cups, someone that is in complete control of their emotion, but also could feel very greatly, grandly. It could be like love. And we're getting it with the Two of Cups. So if you and this person were in a relationship of some kind or some sort of connection, we're not getting the Three of Swords, which would indicate a breakup in this case, but we are getting it with the Six of Swords. So I'm wondering if you and this person may not have been in a committed relationship. Something created a tower before it got to that Two of Cups. So, what is this person feeling? They're feeling that they do want justice. They do want to put effort and hard work into building whatever it is back up, but they might feel very, very disconnected to you. I'm just peeping the top of the deck. They might have a very difficult time figuring out what to do, but they're coming through as a king. So this is the energy of someone that knows what to do, when to do it. They're just not feeling that current energy at this time. They're in their head right now. So they're not too much in their heart space. If they are in their heart space, it's feeling really sad. It's feeling really regretful and painful and heartbreaking for them. So yeah. What clarifiers? All right, I want to get for sure justice. I'm just gonna get this area. I just want to see, how are they feeling? What do we need to see? Page of Pentacles upright. We also are getting the Nine of Wands. They want to persevere through any of the difficulties. If you and this person ended things, wow, this flipped up right. 10 of Cups, dude. If you and this person ended things, they want to survive it. They want to be resilient to whatever it is that created this injustice. Even if they were the ones to create it, they may not have been. They could be. It might look differently for all of you guys, so I don't want to lock in on, what specifically happened. That's not the reading. But whatever did happen, this person wants to keep moving forward, regardless of the wounds, regardless of the battered and bruised energy that both of you could be feeling right now, or at least this person is feeling it. They want to offer you something. They see you in their future. I feel like this person doesn't want to take large, rash steps. They want to take baby steps. Wow, we got the Page of Swords slipping out of my hand, and now I can't pick it up. It's on the ground. My gosh. While I was just mindlessly shuffling, do we want to keep this? So there might be a little bit of communication, but again, we're getting 2 pages. So I'm wondering if like this person is going to be taking things like testing the temperature. I don't think it's going to happen right now though. Pentacles is very slow and we're getting the Page. And again, those are clarifiers. So if we're looking at the main reading, the main tarot, it still feels like both of you are walking in opposite directions. This person isn't going in for a new beginning, a fresh start, a reunion. Instead, they're thinking about it. They're excessively thinking about it, and it's keeping them trapped. So I want to get the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Like that's a huge positive feeling where everything else feels like it's been destroyed in this person's energy. Like this person just feels depleted. So if we're getting the 10 of Cups as a clarifier and them still wanting to move in your direction, them knowing that this could be a 2 of Cups, but there just needs to be some sort of justice. I want to see what is going on. Ace of Wands. There it is. That's what they want. They have this beautiful, passionate, creative spark when it comes to you, which is why they probably feel so miserable right now. Why it feels like the worst type of feeling for them in this moment. This Tower moment feels very fresh. And if this did happen a while ago, it's feeling very fresh still for this person. I don't know why I keep shuffling, but we're going to stop here. We got the Knight of Pentacles and the Moon. Okay, that makes sense. This person is in the shadows right now, but they're thinking about moving forward. That's how they feel. They know it's going to be a little bit, it's not going to be easy. They want a new start with you, especially if there's been some sort of end in whatever it is. It could have been a cycle you had with this person. It could feel where this person does feel like this is a permanent ending, yet we're getting the 10 of Cups and we're getting forward movement, baby steps. I wonder if also this person feels like there might be competition at this point, or just in general it's going to be challenging. They know it is. They feel it is, and this is what's weighing them down. But I don't think that's what's weighing them down, to be honest. It's more so what happened, the Tower, what they're rehearsing, what they're thinking about from whatever it is that happened between the both of you. That is what's keeping them trapped and down. So the Five of Wands, that's kind of the feeling of them. You know, they could be a negative thinker too. I don't know. But I could feel like that could be what they are thinking about when they think about moving forward. So there's a lot on their mind in general, but it's just heavy. I want to see, let's move on. I want to see the Oracle. What else could we, what other details, Spirit, do we need to see with this person and how they are currently feeling? We have bitterness flipping up. Twin flames. There's always something in each of the readings for some of you that might need that confirmation. But that could be a confirmation for some of you. Don't force it. Divine masculine, and we're getting, I'm just gonna be honest, King of Cups, Queen of Wands could feel like a counterpart of some kind. It could be, but don't hold on to that. Escaping. And what is this? Sorrow. That's the energy, guys. Grief. Grief is a good word. Hopeless. Oh. Thinking at the new bottom of the deck. Shallow. They could feel really, really lost without this energy right now. Now, to go back to twin flames, if this is some sort of beautiful spiritual connection, and I say beautiful, even though it doesn't feel beautiful all the time, especially when it's misaligned. And again, this, even if it is a twin flame, it might not be the person you end up with, guys. So keep that in mind. Regardless, if this person might see you or feel like you're some sort of true match for them, we're getting an indicator of future energy too, where they envision you as a beautiful energy for them. And with you being the Queen of Wands and them seeing themselves as someone that could give that love to the Queen of Wands, I feel as though this person is feeling sad about it because this is not what existed or not what is existing right now. If you guys did have a loving connection at one point, this is what's keeping them really feeling down. Someone in this connection is avoiding. It could be representation of both of you. If this person is the one that pushed this away, and that's the justice that they are thinking about, the Six of Swords could have been them. But it could also represent, now they're looking at you as not being open to them. If there is a no contact of some kind. Now, if you and this person are talking, someone is being a little resistant. But I don't think that's for everyone. I think that might just be for a couple of you. Because I think for the right collective, it's going to be a disconnect for sure. For sure. That's going to be the majority of you guys where you haven't spoken to this person in the recent past. Because I do feel like this happened recently. This Tower, whatever it is. But for some of you, it could happen a little bit longer than recent. You know, in my mind, I'm thinking weeks, days, weeks, but for some of you, it could be months, but it still feels fresh for this person. Could still feel fresh for you. This could also represent motorcycle in the back. Um, a mirrored effect. So you could be going through your own sort of, but we'll see. Maybe not. This could just be this person. But let's get the neon love. I want to see if they're more in their shadows or more in their positive indicators. So we got interested. We're going to get 6 and then bottom of the deck. We got moving in. Something about where you guys lived could be in something. Communication. We got committed. Wow. We're getting a lot of positive cards for this. Let's get 2 more. We got another go card. Swipe right. You're hot. Guys, we didn't get 1 red flag. So, gosh, this person has strong emotions for you. But they might be immature. This is the new bottom of the deck. They could have messed this up, guys. But I don't think that's what their intention is currently. They could feel very bitter, even with their own actions, in which they want to create justice in. Something about communication, that could be what the first step is. It could be very slow moving though, guys. We are getting page energy, and the I feel like the Pentacles is more so. But King of Cups could also be a representation of this person's forward movement when they do come in. And I feel like it's going to be softer. This person is going to let go of their ego. So that could be why they're in the thick of their ego right now, because how they're going to move in your direction is not going to be, I don't think you're going to see red flags. They're not going to show you something to be alarmed by. That doesn't mean you shouldn't use your discernment. Always use your discernment, obviously, but I don't know. I feel like this is a good sign. They want to be more responsible. Something about commitment. Again, it's like this person doesn't want to be immature, and that could be something that they are going through. They are coming through as the king, although their movement might be page, and that could just be them using their own discernment at this point if they were to move in your direction. So that being said, let's get into our archetypes. I'm curious what's going to come through. How are they currently feeling? What do we need to see, Spirit? Could be the Temple. I feel like there's 2. We got the Womb and the Hunter. Oh my gosh. The Prayer. Oh my goodness, guys. We got the Temple with prayer hands, and then we got the prayer coming out. How do they feel about you? Do they think this is, oh my God. Do they think this is a spiritual connection? It could be. Twin flames came through with divine masculine. They could be looking at you as some sort of divine counterpart. You might know more than they do, but we're also getting the bridge. They want to bridge the gap. They want to bring in justice, guys. And they have a lot of good intentions behind this energy, even if they are still going to make mistakes. We're also getting a horse that's on fire. It's like they're on the move. They're on the hunt, the hunter. So we are getting forward movement, more so than ever. The Knight. I remember seeing a Knight. Oh, that's over here. With the Moon, though. So it's like, even though they're feeling this sense of urgency, this forward movement, wanting to move forward because they don't like how they feel or how much they're in their excessive thinking right now. I'm surprised we didn't get the Devil energy, because they are just trapped in their mind. But I don't think that is their typical set point. This person is a King of Swords. It's feeling like a Swords energy. Or I'm sorry, the Knight of Swords came through for this person. So this person could think a lot, right? That could be their set point. So To go back to the archetypes though, the womb and the hunter feels like feminine and masculine. That's why I was like, oh my God. The womb, it's giving that feminine energy. The womb is such a special, symbolism to what females could represent in the 3D. Also, it's like birth, giving birth to something. So that could represent a rebirth. The womb. It could also be this person going back inside. If they're a king of cups, this person knows how to, even if they may not show this to you in the 3D or has shown you this person knows how to activate their emotional side. But they also have that masculine energy within them because they want to move in your direction. It's feeling solid. They just have to get out of their own way. They have to get out of their own mind. So they could be going through it, but I don't think that that's this person's set point. So yes, you might have some messages in group 2, but also I feel like it's almost a different person in a way because this person's a lot farther along, I feel, especially with the prayer in the temple. This could be not only a representation of how they view this connection, but also where they are at. They could be going through their own sort of spiritual path, and my palm is itchy again. All right, let's get your final messages. I want to see what advice, Spirit, for this person's feelings when it comes to group 3. What do I want to see for advice? Mirror, guys. You can't make it up. But this is advice, but it's still, to go back to the twin flame energy. Who or what is triggering? And trust me, a twin flame could trigger you like no other. And that's when they're not in their divine. And you may not be in your divine if you're still getting triggered by it. Eventually, again, I'm speaking to the twin flames out there. Eventually, you both will fall into alignment and it will be the most peaceful thing ever. Or not. It might not happen. So again, don't attach to outcome. So if you are focused on this person and they are triggering you, it's important for you to gain strength in your own power and what you're putting your focus on. Use discernment and what you're thinking about. Oh, I love this. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. More of that Queen of Wands energy, but it's also giving, priestess, high priestess energy. You could be on that journey, guys. And it's not for nothing. It's not an easy path and there's no end point. So even if you get so far and so you ascend and you wake up to some of your shadows and things you've had to heal, it might come back around, you just never know. All right, unbound. Wow. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Exactly what the energy is coming through right now. But we have Lemuria at the bottom of the deck. Break the chain after that. You are in a moment right now, guys, on your journey where you are going to start feeling Lemuria energy. But I don't know if all of you are there just yet. I feel like a lot of you still have to unbound yourself from this energy, especially if you too are hyper-focusing. If something was so beautiful, if this person and you connected so deeply, but just like that, there was a tower moment and things ended just as quickly. And now you're kind of like, why am I still hanging on to this? Why is this person still on my mind? All of those things that lead you to the discovery that this might be a twin flame. That feeling is not easy. And it's going to be a longer journey if you hyper-focus on this person. Because when it comes down to it, guys, it's not a twin flame journey. It's your journey, and you are capable, if not already there, to be in your priestess, to be that mystic, that teacher, to help people that are in these type of situations yourself, right? But again, with Mirror and Unbound, I feel like some of you are at still keeping yourself in that frequency, and you just need to release. You need to let go of this person. You need to break the chain. If you and this person are meant to be, it will be. And it's going to be divinely unfolding, regardless of mistakes or not. Everything happens for a reason. So, with that being said, just remember you are capable of creating Lumeria and heaven on earth within your own power. You are in control. Don't forget that, guys. I love you so much. I hope this made sense. Let me know if it did, and hopefully, I'll see you again. Bye.